Hello and welcome back to News Tower and of course, the Goat Gazette. In today's episode, we are going to be doing a little bit of a reorganize. So I was just having a look at my map here and I noticed we do actually have 16 influence points, which is important because while we can't technically get the fourth page module yet, and I mean we probably shouldn't either because we don't have enough reporters to do so, we can go into the radio tower and grab our fourth telegraphing station. And that is going to be very important. I don't think we need 5 just yet. 4 should be plenty, but we are going to do a little bit of a redesign because I feel like we can't quite fit 4 in, because if we get another one of these, we're probably going to want to add at least 1 more reporter, if not 2. So I believe this is where a time lapse comes into play. We're going to add a new story, move our printer up, move some things around, and hopefully just have an all-in-all better newspaper. So we'll jump into a time lapse now. I'm going to rearrange some stuff and we'll be back in just a minute. Before I do go too far though, we are going to need to take a loan for this. Because that floor was $5,000, so let's just go max and we'll pay anything back before the week is over that we don't spend. So let's jump into it. Okay, and with that we should be good to go. We did run into a little bit of an issue that you might face if you were getting to this stage of the game where you're expanding quite a lot. We did spend a lot of money there. That was probably a little bit more than we probably should have spent, but it sort of is what it is. We had to add a generator because we ran out of power. That's the thing in this game, you need to generate your own power because apparently the city grid sucks, but that's fine. So we've added a generator in here. We've mitigated as much of the terribleness as we can with some acoustic panels, some fans, and some vents. Added a second bathroom. I'm not sure if this is strictly necessary. We could probably reduce this down to a single bathroom if we needed to fit more stuff in here. The only other thing that I'm noticing now that I did forget was a little clock up here and maybe some plants, just to make these people a little bit happier while they're working. But other than that, we should be pretty much good to go. Printer's now on the top floor. All of our stuff for producing the newspaper is down the bottom. We have some reporters and telegraphers on the second floor. 4 more reporters on the third floor with the bathroom and the generator, of course. And then basically all our utility is stuffed up the top here. We also added another water cooler just in case we need it. Nice and close to the doors. They only have to ever walk up or down 1 flight of stairs to get to either the bathroom or the food. So that is pretty good. We do still have 12 influence points left, but I'm not going to use them just yet. I think we're going to just play it out and see what we might want to get next. It's either going to be another telegrapher or a new printer. I don't think we really need anything else just yet. So with that said, let's go into our globe here and have a look at what we actually need this week. So we need 1 mafia story. I believe that's going to be in a boxing story. So we are going to want to prioritize sports for sure. The other things we have here is tragic, which is crime and society, politics and economy, and crime and entertainment. So basically everything. Sports and economy here is for the statistics, so I might actually prioritize economy as well. It's because these silver tags can sometimes take a little bit longer to write the stories because they have multiple elements. And that should be that. We can go ahead and start playing time. I believe everything should be fine. We also did buy some coal. If you are doing a generator, make sure you get some extra coal up in there. We have 951 paper. That should be enough. There's currently 530 in our printer. I mean, we have $888 that just aren't being spent, so we could probably just go ahead and get ourselves a large delivery. Our food's fine, so yeah, let's just go get a large delivery of paper there. And before I forget, we will pay this balance down to $9,000, which is a little bit unfortunate. That's going to be $810 in interest this week. So yeah, is what it is. Not much we can do about that. So let's go ahead, fast forward, get our first stories up and running. So we have a couple of stories. I imagine this might be mafia. Yes, it is. This has a risk of injury, which I actually haven't seen before. So that's interesting, but we'll get Frederick out on that, and he's going to hospital for 3 days. So that's a fantastic start. Now we need to send someone else. That's really unfortunate. I probably shouldn't have sent my best reporter on that, but Jason can go ahead and take that story. That'll clear off the mafia tag, and then we just need tragic, unrest, gruesome, and statistics to get everything else working. So straight away we have our statistics tag, so we're going to take that as quick as we possibly can. We'll go for Earl there. That'll be fine. Our other sports story has triumphant. We don't really need that, so we'll just take a look at this first, make sure we're getting everything that we do need. I also don't believe we have any of these that we need, so this is sort of just whatever we want to do. That'll be fine. Thankfully, we do have some more reporters that can deal with this sort of thing, which is fantastic. We'll send Clarence to do the economy part, and we'll send Catherine to do the politics, and have a look here. Hopefully we have someone left. We do not. So we're going to have to wait for this one, or just refresh it. Honestly, it's not that exciting to me. Sports and Triumphant isn't terribly interesting. It's only a one-story thing. Unfortunately, because Frederick's out, I think we will just close this line of communication and see what else we can get. We've got 14 stories coming in this week, so we should have plenty of options. Risk of outrage, economy, and unrest. We can send Bill out here. 6 protesters? That doesn't sound good. I believe they're going to come to the newspaper and start protesting. Yep, here we go. Actually haven't had this event either, but we'll have a little look, see what's happening. Maybe our security can deal with them. Hopefully they don't come inside. It's just people out the front. Yeah, it looks that way. Very interesting. And then of course we don't have anyone, but Earl's coming back in just a second, so we can get him sent out on that. And yeah, this will be fine. Everyone's coming back. Looks like these guys are struggling to get in a little bit because of the protesters, so that's going to hold us up just a little bit. We'll fast forward, do they go away eventually? Hopefully they do. We have an economy story here with a new object, so we definitely want to take that, but we just can't do anything right now because these protesters are being annoying. There we go. Now they've cleared. So now we should be able to come in here and grab these stories. Wait for everyone to come back. Earl can go out there. That'll be fine. And then this one is quite important because it gets us that silver tag that we need. And we can send Bill out on this to grab our new object. New politics story coming in. Again, I don't see anything we need, but there is a revealing gold tag down here that we should definitely pick up. But again, everyone's out, so we'll just have to wait. I'm not going to skip this one just because it does have that gold tag that's quite valuable to us. And we'll see how this goes. We have our new item, which is bookkeeping, which boosts our economy. That is good to see. Can we even afford that? That is a great question. It's only $75, so yes, the answer is yes. And that just goes on the desks, which is even better because it means I don't have to worry about where things can go on the wall. So perfect. New object in. This should almost have people back. We can get, who's our best? 15 hours for you on that. Soup kitchen expansion. Perfect. We have a little crime story. First crime story of the week. And this one does have the gruesome tag, so we definitely need to pick that up. And this one has the tragic tag. So we should be all good to go as far as our quests that we need to complete. Not a problem. We'll just get as many stories as we possibly can. 4 stories left coming into Friday. It's going to be tight. I don't know if we're actually going to get them all done today. 2 more things ready to complete. Why is this not unlocked? Oh, we need the key information. That is unfortunate. So Clarence needs to go back up to the top. This is one of those like 6 tag stories, so this is definitely a good thing to get going. Are we paused? No, we're not. We should be paused at like all times. Can I like prioritize this somehow? I don't think so just yet. Not quite just yet. So unfortunately we were running the game, which I didn't want to do at all. This one can't actually do anything, it's just telling me it can. And this one is our gruesome tag, which we definitely need. 18 hours, that's going to be so close. This is going to be tight. I don't think we're going to get all our stories out this fortnight, this week, sorry. Politics, this is going to be basically a waste of time. I don't think this is going to get done, but we'll send someone out anyway just to get the experience. And we just want to keep an eye on this as closely as we can. Send this out 1 day, 13 hours. So that is definitely not going to get done this week, which is unfortunate. Well, actually, that's not too bad. This story doesn't have one of the tags we need, so I'm not actually too upset about that. What we should do is come in here and make sure that we are prioritizing this and this. These 2 are the ones we need to get done in order to complete our Long Island City quests, so that will be good. This one, not super important, we'll just send Bill out to get a little bit of training in that area. And then that's probably about all we're going to have time to do, I imagine. We have 1 more crime story coming in. I'm just going to skip this one because I don't want my reporters to be out when the new week starts. And already it's Sunday. The weeks go by so quickly in this game. We'll get this one, and this is politics and unrest with a chance of outrage. I don't want to deal with the outrage, so we're just going to close that line of communication as well. No more stories this week. And let's see. Hopefully we can mostly fill this up. Just last chance. Wait for the last chance to get this out because, you know, it's rough out here this week. It's rough out here. So we need, what do we need? 3, 6, 9 stories. Did we get there? That is the question. So this is not done. That's unfortunate. This is quite a good story, especially... Can I not close that? Okay, that bottom one won't close for some reason. But this looks like a great headline story. We've got 4 tags and a silver. No, 4 bronze tags and a silver. So that looks like a great thing to do there. What do we have here? We have economy. We have quite a few economy stories, so we could probably just make this front page all about the economy. We go this and this. That's not too bad. Any other economy stories that we could potentially run? Just this one. So I think that's fine for the first page. It looks like we're not going to have a full newspaper either, which is a little bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. We had some pretty big stories this week, so... But potentially we need to look at hiring even more reporters, but I'm not 100% sure what we want to do there. And then I think we just get the 2 crime stories that we have on this page, and we can throw the mafia on there too, because that doesn't synergize with anything else that we have. And then final page is just going to be a quick little economy story and a entertainment story. Unfortunately, that is all we can do for this week. We need 373 people. We have 682, so that should be good to go. Everything looks like it is ready to roll, so we will roll the presses for the first week in this episode. While this is going through, let me know, guys, if you are enjoying the series. This game's really quite interesting, and I quite like it. It's a little bit micromanagey, but in kind of a nice way. So, yeah, I like it. I hope you guys do too. Hopefully we actually made money this week. I think we did. Yeah, 61.58 is our balance. How are our expenses? We did complete all of our things, which is fantastic. We get some influence points, and the mafia likes us a little bit more, which is always good. Mobsters will come if I fail. Good to know. And our expenses are quite high. So we have 2,000 in wages. We have 810 in loans. It's rough out here. We might have expanded a little bit prematurely. If I'm being honest, we might have expanded a little bit prematurely, but I think that's fine. And I also don't remember where I was going, but I imagine it was probably towards the Empire State Building. So let's check the Mafia first. They need us to print 2 Mafia stories. And we're looking for any hints. Looks like it might be an economy story. So we'll go ahead and accept that. We just need to print 2 Mafia. That should be easy enough. And then I want to head towards the Empire State Building so we can unlock the mayor. They want economy, politics, and unveiling, which should be easy enough. That's just economy. We already have this if we need it, but we'll definitely get another politics story this week. And economy is easy enough. And that synergizes nicely with what the Mafia wants as well, I believe. I believe they want economy, but I'm not 100% sure. So that should be good to go. There's not a whole lot we need to do here. I think the printing press is, yeah, still 32, and we probably should get another telegrapher before we get that 4th page anyway, so not much left to do here. We'll jump back in. Make sure we actually pause the game this week because we really need to be on the ball here. We have 16 stories coming in. I'm tempted to just grab that extra telegrapher like straight away and do another quick little redesign, move these guys over a little bit, add another reporter in. Is that overkill? I mean, it might be, but I'm gonna do it anyway. So I'll jump back into a quick little another time lapse here and we'll be back in just a second. Okay, now we have 5 telegraphers. We have 7 reporters. I'm hoping that's enough to get us through this week. I'm hoping. We also need to keep an eye on our food. That's at 115. I think that's fine. We'll keep an eye on that for next week. If that drops below like 50, we know that we need more. Paper should still be fine, I think. We should be okay on paper. If not, we can maybe, we might be able to just steal some from like the toilets or something. And in terms of coal, we should be fine there as well. So we don't actually need to buy anything this week. Just want to make sure at the end of the week I pay back as much of that loan as I possibly can. But without further ado, let's jump in, get our first stories going. We have 5 stories coming straight off the bat. We should be prioritizing economy. I completely forgot to do that, but that is fine. Let's have a look at what we've got here. So what do we need? We need economy and unveiling. Nothing here. We do have an investigative story here though, which is always nice to see. Send Clarence out to start that up. And then we had, I'm pretty sure there was another economy story in here. Maybe I misread. Yeah, I did. I misread, 100%. We have Mafia though, and a new item. So this is definitely one that we want to get done ASAP. Send Catherine out there. And we do have an unveiling. So that's that tag done as well. Send Frederick out to start this. These are getting quite long, so I'm thinking we might struggle again to get all these stories out, even though we did just expand to 5 telegraphers and 7 reporters, but we'll see how we go. We don't need to take every story. This one is a bombshell, which is good to know. That's another gold tag, and it's just a single person story. It is going to take them 2 days to complete those, so I think I want to send Charles out on this because he is one of our best. That'll drop it down to 1 day 6 hours, which isn't too bad. We'll see how we go. And then this one is just politics and unrest. I mean, we could skip this, but I mean, we have Jason here, so we may as well send him out to get that started. Let's go ahead and fast forward until something interesting happens. Looks like that all happened pretty quickly. We need to wait for these guys to get back, which should be any second. Catherine can go out and do that. We have our Mafia story. Still waiting for people to come back a little bit. There they go. And Mafia and politics. Perfect. Jason can go out and sort that out. And Frederick can continue on this one to get that unveiling tag. New story coming in, which is economy, which we definitely need. Unfortunately, everyone is currently out. I'm sure we'll get another economy story, and this is just a 2-tagger, so I'm actually going to close this line of communication. I don't think it's worth waiting around on that. We can definitely wait for something a little bit better. For instance, potentially this. This has the unveiling tag as well, which we can synergize with the other story that we just got, so go ahead and get that done. We have a new development on our famous artwork stolen from the museum case. Bill can go ahead and get that, grab that unveiling tag that will synergize with this one. That'll be fantastic. And we get a brand new item, which is a baseball bat to boost our sports. Definitely get that up in the office as well. All right, who wants a baseball bat? That is my question. These two want a baseball bat, and just this one guy wants a baseball bat. I wish I could rotate this, make it vertical, but I can't. And you want a baseball bat. Everyone gets a baseball bat. There we go. That should be good. Everyone's getting as many boosts as possible, which are becoming way more important now, since our stories are starting to take quite a long time. We should also probably consider expanding this bottom section out and getting our papers prepared just that little bit faster, but we do what we can. We have an entertainment story. I have almost no interest. We also are running out of food, apparently. We're only down to 102. We started at 115, so we should be fine for the week. Although, we've now gone under $2,000, so we could probably afford to just buy that now, as well as a little bit more paper. I think that's probably what we'll do. But yeah, this entertainment story, I have absolutely no interest in that. We'll grab a little bit more food. If we just grab a small delivery, that should tide us over for now, and then we'll grab a large delivery of paper because we need so much paper to run a newspaper. The profit margins on this are actually pretty tight, which I kind of like. It's a little bit difficult, but it's not terribly difficult. Like, you could clearly be running a smaller paper than I am right now, but you guys know me. I like to make things hard on myself. So we expanded early. We might pay the consequences later, but we'll see how we go. And we have another mafia story here. Just a single day. Catherine can go ahead and do that in a nice 15 hours. And a singular sports story. Do I care? Not really. But we also have Frederick here who has a lot of skill there, so we can get that done in 13 hours and get some more experience. Seems like it'd be worth doing. We have a breaking news telegram. The nation is facing an unprecedented challenge. Severe drought tightens its grip this summer. Government agencies and relief organizations are mobilizing as crops fail around the nation. Send some reporters to the Midwest now. Let's hope for a change in the weather patterns. And this is society, which I don't actually think we have a ton of stories in. We do have one here. We have one up here. We have a couple of society stories, so it's probably worth getting this breaking news done. Although it is going to take a lot to get done. It is 3 society tags though. I'm not sure if that stacks. I think it probably does. And we do have the people to be able to do it. So let's just do it and face the consequences later if there are any. Get everyone out. That'll take 16 hours total to get that done. That's not too bad really. Everything else is sorted, right? We have 2 mafia stories already printed, already like running. And yeah, we should be good. Entertainment, I don't care. Sports, again, I don't really care, but we'll have a look. Was there another one that we needed to do? No. So we'll send Jason out to do the sports. I don't really care about it, but it is what it is. We have so many stories. These typesetters really need to get a wriggle on if we're going to get all these stories done in time, but we'll see. It's only Thursday, there's only 4 stories left, so we might be okay. We're definitely going to fill up our newspaper this week though. I'll tell you that right now. Another sports story. Again, this really just doesn't matter. But we can probably send Frederick out on this as soon as he gets back. It'll take him 13 hours. That'll be totally fine. This should be almost done. Just 1 hour left with Earl. Society and Tragedy. Was the breaking news society? Yeah, it was. So we should definitely try and get this done. Send out Bill. That'll be great. Society is this week's hot topic. Fantastic. Fantastic. And at this point, I don't know if I want to send anyone else out unless it's something absolutely incredible. I'm not going to worry about this one. I think they can just close that line. And this one we definitely want to do. So Clarence can go and do that. It'll take him 13 hours. There's a chance it'll be ready for our paper this week, but mostly I'm just interested in the object that we get. So that is that week done. We just need to roll it until the end of the week. Get our brand new item. We get a world map, which boosts... that looks like it boosts the cartographers. Interesting. Yes, buffs cartography and telegraphers. So we need to try and fit this in somewhere, which means we need to do a little bit of a reorganize here, which we should be able to do just fine if we do something like that. How many does this boost? Okay, we need to stash that middle one there. That'll only boost 3, so we actually need 2 of these in here to make this functional for everyone, which is a little bit unfortunate because these acoustic panels are huge. What we might be able to do is a little bit more of a reorganize than I wanted to do though. If we do something like that, and we grab our clock that I can't actually see, chuck that in the middle there, then we can do this and this. Oh, forgot the other clock. That and that, and they hopefully aren't too worried about the noise in there. We probably stash one of these clocks. I don't think we need 2 of them. Chuck that there. All our cartographers should now be buffed a little bit more, and that'll be lovely. Lovely jubbly. Okay. I'm happy with that. Let this run out until the end of Sunday. Roll the presses. Yes, yes, yes. But we are going to wait until the end of the day because, yeah, reasons. We have 450 paper in there. That should be enough. Last chance. Let's assemble our newspaper. And we actually got every single story done, which is absolutely fantastic. Sloppy production, though. Why is it sloppy? I don't actually know why we get that tag, but that is interesting to know. Looks like this is going to be our top story this week. It is 4 bronze tags and 1 gold with our hot topic. So yes, there's like almost no question that that's going in there. We can get this hopeful tag to synergize with that. And we can also get, I mean, the bombshell probably wouldn't be too bad, but I don't know how much this affects us. Is that just like, yeah, it's just a minus tag. That's not that bad. We have crime, or we have tragic. Neither of these really matter, so we might actually just chuck the... No, we won't chuck the single one in there because we probably won't actually use any single ones this week. We'll grab this one. That'll be fine. I think that'll be totally fine. We have 3 other crime stories, so our second page can be focusing on crime. We get the one with 4 tags down the bottom there, and then our 2 mafia crime stories up the top. The only other thing we need is economy, which we should have. We have the unveiling, which I actually wanted to synergize with this. I actually do think that's going to be better. So if we grab this unveiling economy tag, that, yeah, brings us up. So that's definitely better there. We do still have 3 society stories, which we could run on this last page. And I think we might. If I do this, it still just gives us 1 negative tag, so that's good. And then we run both of these. I think that's going to be our best bet. 7 combos, 20 bronze tags, 1 silver, 2 gold. Revenue $9,500. Current paper is not enough. We need 637 paper to be able to do this. But that's fine. We have some paper down here that we can just roll up in there. That's still not going to be enough, so we actually need to grab some paper out of the toilet and throw it in our printer. That'll be fine. Don't worry about it. We might need 1 more. Can we grab some from, like... I don't really want to grab it from the telegraphers, just because that seems like a bad idea. That seems like they're important. I mean, I understand that the toilets are important as well. We're already under 1,000, so I can't even pay back my loan. So we're just going to order another large delivery immediately. And then once we get into the next week as well, after we've rolled this press, we might order another one because we need so much paper. But that is enough. 720 out of 637, so that's good. We can go ahead and roll the presses. I'm not sure if this was 100% optimal, but I think it was pretty close. And pretty close, to me, is good enough. Soup Kitchen expansion is our main story, a heavy hitter. We have to talk about liberating minds as well as liberating society. Perfect. Record sales? Is that this week? I think it might have been. 9,860 in the account until our expenses come out. We did complete Central Park. And... oh. I thought I printed 2 Mafia stories. That's unfortunate. I was so confident that we printed 2 Mafia stories. I must have forgotten to put that other one back in. That was silly. That was silly. Oh well, we've failed our first quest from the Mafia. Hopefully they don't come and beat us up too bad. Yeah. But we have, in good news, unlocked the mayor. Interview, you say. I've seen your little rag around town. Must be a slow news day if you're resorting to chasing after me. They want us to sell 30,000 newspapers. I have not been keeping a track of how many newspapers I've been selling. So if I have been selling that many, let me know down in the comments so that I can make sure to accept this quest. Mafia don't want me to do stuff because I failed their quest. So that is what it is. Can I close the map? No, I can't. So we'll accept this anyway. I think we'll be able to do it. I hope. And then we need to figure out where we want to go next, right? And I think I want to start working my way towards the Cartography Association. We really don't need any specific tags or anything here, so we can just make our way over. Pretty straight and simple. So Society and Tragedy, which comes from Society anyway, that'll be nice and easy. Go ahead and select that. And pretty much call it a day there. The only one thing that I do want to do is grab some of this paper from out of our printers and throw it back into the toilets. Can I split a stack? I don't think so. So we have one empty toilet. That's fine. It is what it is. Go ahead and order another delivery of paper. Food should be absolutely okay. Coal should be absolutely okay. We can close both of these. And I think, before I close the episode, I just want to point out that we are definitely going to have a full newspaper this next week because we already have 7 stories. We only need 9. So no matter what happens, we are printing a full newspaper, which leads me to believe it might be better off grabbing another printer next so that we can print more stories. But with that being said, I'm going to leave the episode there. If you guys are enjoying the series, please do let me know. If you like the channel so much, do also consider becoming a member. It really helps us out. And of course, leave a like, leave a comment for the sake of engagement. But until next time, happy building and happy reporting. Bye guys.